What's up? My name is Eric Butler. This channel is called Report and Opine. I am back. And from the New York Post, wild video captures rowdy New York City wolf pack trashing Chinese restaurant. So it wasn't that long ago, New York City Mayor Eric Adams came out and said, we need more safe injection sites to keep the junkies from overdosing. And they can't stop things like this from happening. Well, they don't want to stop things like this from happening. They could if they really wanted to, but they don't, because somebody is profiting as the nation's largest city devolves into absolute nothing. I don't know if it's Governor Kickback Kathy Hochul, if it's Eric Adams himself, or maybe ex-Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin, but I digress. And I would venture to say they actually prefer this type of behavior, right? Because when you're acting crazy like this, it lets them know that you're not gonna question anything that they say. You're not privy to what's actually happening, right? They would much rather have somebody, robbing department stores, smash and grabs, destroying Chinese restaurants, because it lets them know that they're not really a threat to the power structure, right? As soon as you start taking care of business and seeing what's actually happening and questioning the authority, questioning the establishment, that's a problem for them. And this is literally easier to deal with. They can just say, oh, well, we need more money for youth programs or stop Asian hate, and it's all a facade. Nothing's going to actually change. But when somebody somebody can try to run for office and take these people down or organize a legitimate protest. Shout out to the early 2020 lockdown protesters, you know what I'm saying? And of course, running for office isn't going to really do anything. They're going to squash you like a bug and call you an extremist. But the point is, this behavior is beneficial to them because it lets them know that they still have control. Now, not control of your actions. They don't care what you do. They care what you think, right? So you can do this all day. You can rob the Gucci store. You can rob CVS. They got, business owners hiring private canine units to keep shoplifters from stealing everything that's not nailed down. And they would rather you do that because then at least they know that you're not coming for you're not gonna even attempt to make a change at anything. You're just going down the path of destruction, which, works for the establishment. And this video is crazy. Who knows why these kids are so angry with a Chinese restaurant? Are they mad because the price of broccoli beef went up, or they shorted you one sweet and sour shrimp? What could bring this on? Right? Like, at least when you're looting a Gucci store, you can resell that stuff. You have some high-end stuff, whatever, right? There's money involved. This is just destruction for the sake of destruction. And we also see them, vandalizing Christopher Columbus statues and all of this sort of thing for nothing. It doesn't make any sense. But as long as you're doing stuff that doesn't make sense, they know you're not going to question the thing that doesn't, the things that the politicians do that don't make sense, or they're not beneficial for the people. They make sense for the establishment, right? It's beneficial to them, but it's detrimental to most of regular New Yorkers. And if you're wilding out like this, they know you're not privy to any of that.
Now what the And man, what the It's right here! Get out of here, bitch! Get out!
Is this a gang thing? Did you get kicked out of the restaurant one day? Now you're mad? What happened? Shocking video going viral. Scores of hooded teens destroyed property and overturned tables and chairs at Fish Village. The wild footage had locals and politicians demanding answers. Of course, I'm having trouble sharing this. What is the plan to solve this type of issue? This makes me so angry. No, of course there's no plan. Eric Adams has no plan, and if he did have a plan, he wouldn't tell you. The plan is to let this go and keep pretending that you're going to fix it and ask for more money, right? I can imagine. I'm just making this up, but it's going to be like, we need more funding for youth programs to keep them out the streets. Something like that. Every single thing boils down to more money, and obviously the people that need it the most will never get it. And the cycle repeats. So, like I said, I think they would prefer this. Eric Adams doesn't care if a Chinese restaurant gets ransacked. They don't want you to be successful. Same thing in San Francisco. They shut your business down for multiple years because they said the air was dangerous, right? So they could care less if your business is successful. And when they see these kids ransacking this place like this and completely destroying everything, they know that those kids aren't a threat to them. Like I said, every single time, they don't really care to control what you do, but they need to control your thoughts. And when you're acting like this, it is clear that you don't have any thoughts, or at least any thoughts that they can't manipulate. So shout out to this restaurant. Hopefully they're able to clean this up. I'm sure the community is probably, supporting them. I hope they've got some sort of outpouring of support, as the news media likes to say. But this is absolutely despicable, and there's no discernible reason as to why these kids would do this. But this is what New York has come to, and it's very similar to San Francisco, obviously, with Mayor Breed coming out. Now she's trying to get her brother out of jail. That was another video I did, but I completely digress. The point is, these two states obviously are constantly playing by the same exact playbook. They let the city devolve into absolutely nothing, beg for money, and then run away with it, right? Why do you pay 3.5% city on top of the state and the federal in New York, and they don't have cops? They can't even clean up the trash. They can't keep people from getting pushed onto the tracks. They can't stop restaurants from being ransacked like this. Or should I say, they won't, because it's not beneficial for them. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe.